first off, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I just want to ask you about the defense. I mean, you guys limited Seattle to under 60 points. Is that something you expected to see?
Yeah, we expect to guard. We know we need to get better. Each and every game, I thought it was a really good job from our group, coming out and setting the tone. I really liked what our guards did on the ball, and I thought our bigs were just fantastic in pick and roll. We made it tough on them all night.
Funny enough, Olivia actually shared this with me. This is the second time in Mercury history that two players scored 20 plus in their opener with the team. Considering that this is AT and Satou's first time in the system. I mean, obviously, they're all W players and the like, but were you impressed at all with how they were able to sort of pick up on those little things as the game progressed?
I mean, I think the more you're around the best league in the world, you understand that great players are great players for a reason. They're going to pick up things fast. AT has seen every coverage imaginable. Nothing they were going to do tonight is new to her. Obviously, it's a new system. But yeah, just super proud of our group with all the stuff that we've had going on in training camp, on a life perspective, and then just with the injuries. For us to come out and perform the way that we did tonight is a credit to our group. I'm super proud of them. We had 9 new players in Mercury uniform, and we were very organized, and I just really impressed with our approach, and I want to give them a lot of credit for that.
It felt like every time Thomas touched the ball, something good happened, whether it was a direct assist or a hockey assist. What did you see out of the off-ball movement from the team that created those opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, AT's going to have it a lot. I've kind of said it. She's going to play the 4, I guess. She's going to play the 5, and I just talked to her this morning. Like, she's going to have a lot more point guard duties also. So, yeah, I think her passing is contagious, right? I mean, how can you not, the plays that she makes for others, and yeah, it's a good step. Obviously, it's just the first game, but just with Ka and Mac being out, and trying to build trust, this is a good step in the right direction.
What's the process of developing kind of that backup point guard, if you will? I know Seb took over some of that, Sammy took over some of that, but when AT's not on the court, what's been the process of kind of figuring out who's going to take the mantle?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to give our front office credit. We've got, 4 players playing in the W maybe for the first time, maybe some unheard of guards, but we believe in them. Our group believes in them. We think they can play. They might not have the name yet, but they really compete. They know how to play. Sev was good tonight. Mo was good. Lexi was good. Obviously, Sammy's been around for a while, so we all know Sammy, but, her threes are huge.
What did you see from Catherine coming into tonight's game that made you make the decision to insert her in the starting lineup, and how do you feel she did in that role?
I thought she did fantastic. I'll give Kat a bunch of credit. I would say her training camp practices were just okay to start. But every game that we've played, she's played well, and she knows what to do. She's the ultimate professional. She competes. She can make a shot. We wanted a starter so we could have AT as, kind of the 4 and Satou as the 3 instead of bumping everything down. And then we wanted to play Kalani against Yuru. We thought that was going to be important. But yeah, I mean, Kat started the game extremely well, hit some big shots, and then in the third quarter, I just couldn't take her out because she was doing everything right, and she played 10 minutes straight. She probably needed one at the end of the third, so we gave her one.
Touched on it briefly, but how do you feel like the other 2 rookies did in Monique and Lexi?
Yeah, I thought they did great. We think both of them are super talented. fearless. I mean, they're going against one of the best guards in the league in Skylar. Some very good learning lessons, right? Skylar does a good job of getting into the paint and drawing fouls, and she likes contact, but so does Mo and Lex, right? And so I thought for the first night, home opener, they did a fabulous job. Yeah, I would say it was pretty good. The front office and the coaches behind the bench have really talked to me and challenged me to rely on the coaches. I got a bad habit of just running out and doing this. I fought the temptation. Then I thought I needed to play some one-on-one defense for a minute, and luckily it worked out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, luckily we've got a couple days off. I appreciate the officials. They spoke up, said they missed it, right? One of the things in the W this year is they want to protect shooters. And, those are ones that, you want to at least call foul, but, it didn't happen. Yeah, I think just with having AT next to you, how tough she is and, how she wants to just win in everything that she does. She probably wasn't going to let Satou step out of that game. She knew we needed her.
How more important was it to have that domination of the rebounding? You guys are up 38 for 29, except for the game that you need to do it collectively without Mac and Cobb.
Yeah, I mean, I thought our defense was fantastic. Our on-ball defense, our pick and roll coverage, our toughness, our grit, and you can't be a good defense without finishing possessions. And so we did that, and that's important.
Coach, how did you feel about the pressure that you were able to keep on Seattle's defense? I know you talked about AT running pick and roll early, but
Yep.
It wasn't just that. How did you feel about like the tempo and the pressure you kept on?
Yeah, I liked the tempo. We got a lot of threes up early. We only ended up with 24. Yeah, I mean, we need to get Sammy some more. I told Sammy and Satou they might need to take 6 to 10 of those things tonight. And Satou said I was wondering how many I could get up. Well, she got 9, so she was close. But yeah, I thought our pace was great. That's the kind of the beauty of our team. Whoever rebounds it can bring it up. We've been trying to play in the open court. We kind of call it summertime with some structure. And I thought we did a really good job in summertime tonight. And then when we needed to slow it down, I was really proud of our execution.
A couple of periods in the first quarter and the second quarter where they turned you over and, got back in the
Yeah.
quarter a little bit, but you were able to kind of turn that back around. And that was a problem last year where teams would run away and have big quarters on you. And
Yep.
that didn't happen either time.
Yeah.
What do you think was the key to kind of stopping their momentum when they started to turn you over?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that all of us have to remember, it's going to be tough to compare it to last year just because it's like so different. And I got to fight that temptation when I'm talking to them about last year because we had 9 new players, right? But yeah, I think the first quarter we had 6 or 7 turnovers, and they were number 1 in steals a year ago. And we've turned it over in the preseason, so that was a concern. And then after that, we did a lot better job. And then obviously we turned them over some too. So got to continue to do a better job of turning it over, or excuse me, of not turning it over. And I thought we did that in the last 3 quarters. All right, thank you. Thanks.
First team all coaches. Yeah.
Thank you.
Satou, you were feeling it tonight, had a lot of space to operate. What do you feel like worked so well with the offense with you and Alyssa that gave you that space?
I think where it really started is the defense, just setting the tone and getting those steals and those stops. And then, I mean, Alyssa Thomas is the best at pushing it forward. I'm pretty good at it too. And that way it's really hard to guard us. We kept the tempo up, and I think we dictated the game through that by setting the tone on the defensive side.
Satou, how's the ankle?
It's good. It's good. Yeah, we just had it checked. It's all good.
Generally, how much fun did you guys have out there? It looked like there were a lot of smiles, a lot of enjoyment.
Yeah, and honestly, I was really thinking that even throughout training camp, like you guys see that on Instagram, they post all these smiling pictures of us in practice, and they really found a great group of people and amazing women that just come together and want to work. And if that's being, shown through results, we have a lot of fun because we put in so much work, and yeah, obviously we like the results.
Satou, you and AT, actually, funny enough, you two are the second pair of Mercury teammates to score 20 plus in your first game with the team. I know it's been a little bit short so far, but how would you say that the chemistry between you and AT has grown since you two first came here to now?
It has grown tremendously. I think also by just playing against her super long and always having to guard her, and she was guarding me, we know each other pretty well. But just communicating in practice, coming together, and we had a lot of miscommunication at first with passes or backdoor, like what does she like, what do I like, and we just talked it through. We both came earlier before training camp and really wanted to spend some time here with coaches and for them to show us their schemes and to be able to adjust. And I think that's what's really making our great players.
What was your reaction getting the Cobb news?
Getting the what?
It was about Cobb being out for a while. Kalina Copper.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even understand that. I was sad, obviously. Like she's just someone that's so vocal, on the court, off the court, and genuinely like such a good soul. So you hate to see someone down like that. But honestly, God always shows you when it's time to rest. And I think she had an amazing off season. She had an amazing Olympic year. So now she will just take time to heal, and she'll be back in no time.
About the defensive activity that you and obviously Alyssa were able to kind of combine off of the ball pressure from your guards.
Yeah, we've been told the whole time in practice, have your hand up, be physical, set the tone on defense. And she does that every day. And I really do that too. So just communicating among these pick and rolls, having Mo out there that's like really pressuring Sky. That's big. Having Kalani out there to clean everything up in the end, that's super big. And I think we were all on one string. So it's really not just two players because there are 5 players on the court. It was really like a 5-string defense.
Tyler got going in tier 21. Not going to say have only 12. Was there a concerted effort to basically say we're going to let one get theirs and not the other?
Not necessarily. I think that would be too bold to let one of them go off because they could easily go off for 40 every night. So you definitely have to keep both honest and contain them. But we did an amazing job on Neka. And I mean, Sky is excellent and, just left-hand drives and those pull-up shots, but we'll take the pull-up shots. So we really executed what we wanted to do. And I think you could see that.
How impressed were you with your teammates who were making their WNBA debuts?
Love Kat. I think she handled herself pretty well out there, especially coming out and hitting those threes. Yeah, Lex, I mean, for her first game, she just has some swag to her. I really like her game. She doesn't let anyone else speed her up. And I think you will be able to see a lot of great things from her. And then who else first game was that? Oh yeah, Mo. I was already saying that. I mean, she had 2 points, but her defensive effort was really, really amazing. And I think when we have people like that don't even need the ball to score or don't even have to have the fanciest highlights, but just really put in the work and put in stops either on offense or defense, but really complete your role. That is just so valuable.
Satou, you had one really deep three, a step back from about 20 feet, a lot of buckets in the paint. Got it too small. How much were you feeling it?
I was feeling it. I was hot. but we were also working for it the whole time in practice camp. I tell you guys, we were definitely being worked out and all these extra shots that you take too. So obviously I was hot today. Next game it might be another player, but I think we really built an offense that enables us to be ourselves. And yeah, I like the ball. I like to see the ball going in.
Do one more.
Satou, coach talked about he wants you to take between 6 to 10 threes a game. I
Mhm.
mean, and for you, sort of being
Yeah.
multifaceted, how do you balance taking a high volume of threes, but making sure that the quality is as good as the quantity?
Yeah, just taking good shots. If it's open, it's a good shot. I think obviously whether it's early in the shot clock or late in the shot clock, we can always get a good three. We're all spaced out and having players that can like pass really well. It's just really about finding your niche. Thank you.
Thanks, Satou.
Alyssa, obviously the offense was flowing, but I know you love defense more than anything. How proud of you were with just the defensive effort from 1 to 10 tonight?
Yeah, super proud. I think any time that they got back in the game was on us. When we weren't playing with that same intensity, but as you can see, when we play defense, I mean, we're able to get out and run, and just super proud of the effort tonight.
AT, Olivia was telling me that you and Satou are the second pair of Mercury teammates to ever score 20 plus in your first game with the team. From when you two met in the off season here to now, I know it's a little bit short, but how would you say that the chemistry with you two has grown over the last couple months?
Yeah, I think it's been natural. We just kind of feed off of each other. Of course, we still have a lot to learn, but at the same time, we are able to do what we do, and I think it works well together.
Felt like every time you had the ball, something good happened, either it was a direct assist or a hockey assist. How can you speak to the off-ball movement that really helped create those opportunities around you?
Yeah, I mean, we worked on that a lot in training camp, and a lot of new faces, a lot of people that have never played in the league, let alone with each other. So just a lot of conversations in training camp and just explaining, how we wanted it to look. But we have a lot of people that have been around in the pros, so it's fun. We want to share the ball. It's a team thing, and as you can see, it's going to be a fun year.
Listen, good news for you guys that Clear Copper's gonna be out for a while. It probably could have been a gut punch. What would you say about kind of the response and just to play as well as you guys did collectively tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Ka is gonna, recover. Our job is to hold it down and continue to play. We can't dwell on the people that we don't have right now. We know they're there, they're supporting us. We want them to get better. At the same time, we got to go out there and we got to win basketball games.
Your teammates who are making their WNBA debut.
Super impressed. They come in, they work hard each and every day, and it's a big moment to come and play, so, let alone start. But they've been ready for this moment. I think they pair well with us. They know how to move around. They get open shots, and that's what it's all about. I know a lot of people probably don't know their game, but today they can see that we mean business.
Put a lot of pressure on, especially initiating pick and roll. Can you talk about the spacing that created the opportunities for you to attack the way that you all did?
Yeah, setting a guard up there, see whether or not they're going to switch or jump out, and to have the luxury of all those shooters around, it just really gives you open paint. Post players aren't used to navigating screens. That's something you see with guards. So, with this offense, it really tests the defense to see how they're going to guard. And despite whatever they do, we have a lot of reads out of it.
Set up the game that you're happy that you're finally on this side of playing instead of against it. What do you think about the X factor and how they played a role in driving you guys to the double digit most of the game?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a crowd that's behind you like that, it just, fuels you even more. As you can see, we were excited on the court within ourselves, and, then to have the crowd behind us and just as excited, the X factor is a great fan base, a fan base that I've played against. So I know how hard it is to play here, and you know, having that extra back behind you, the motivation, it makes you want to go that much harder in the games.
I'm assuming you got to watch some of the. What were your thoughts just about DeWanna moving up to number 3 in career scoring?
Yeah, you know, I'm super proud of her. You know, I've been along the ride, you know, as she's moved up this ranks, and I know how much it means to her. I mean, it's unheard of to be top 3. So, you know, that speaks so much to what she does and what she's about. But I wish I could have been there to witness it. But like I said, I'm super proud of her. Thank you.
Thanks, AT.
Thank you.
Guys, if anyone wants to come check out Westfield, we're gonna have her available outside the locker room.